Welcome back, family. We have a CGC pre-screen that just arrived here. Nice sealed box. Gonna find out what's going to be inside. If you want to see what I got and how well I did as far as my pre-screen numbers, stick around. And welcome back, family. Again, this is Team Ohana. My name is Rich, and I'm here for a CGC pre-screen. And I sent in 6 books. I sent in 3 copies. I actually got 3 copies of Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, number 1, cover A. Cover price when they came out, so yay. I had 1 copy of the 1 in 25 Virgin variant that honestly, I bought that by mistake for $13. So, a 1 in 25 Virgin variants, and honestly, I think if I'm going to miss one, I think that's the one I'm going to miss. And I also had Ultimate Spider-Man number 1, cover A, and Ultimate Spider-Man number 1, the J. Scott Campbell. So, again, so it's 6 books. I saw that I got the bill, but I didn't do the math. You could figure out how many books passed. If you like do the math and say, okay, so if 4 books passed, that would be the price at $9 or $10 or whatever it is now for how much the reject fee, and then also shipping. You could do the math and figure it out. It's an algebraic number, but I don't pay attention. That's also why I only do say 5 or 6 books at a time for pre-screen, because I did 25 one time before and I hit like 22 and I was like, I'm broke. So where do I have? Okay, I've got my razor blade here, and what I'm going to do is I have 6 bags, because I know they're all, if it's a slab, it's a 9.8. The only thing I don't know is what book it is. So I've got 6 bags here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to open it up and see if I have that dreaded box of rejects. If I don't see that box, I know I got all 6. I'm not that lucky. So what I'm going to do is, once I open it and I see if that box is there, I'm going to pause this and then go into the other room and then tell Mrs. Ohana to take the books out and put them into those plastic bags, or the paper bags. Then I'm going to take them out one at a time, hold the paper bag, and then pull it out so I can see which book actually passed. Again, this was a 9.8 pre-screen, so So let's start taking a look and see. I'm actually a little nervous because I don't think they use this size box for anything over 5. But the fact that they did use a big box, they didn't just use a Gemini mailer to send me back six rejects. So that's decent. I think my last pre-screen was for 4 books, and I hit 3 out of 4. That was Bronze Age Star Wars books, and one of them actually, and I pre-screened them at 9.0. And one got rejected. I went over that thing with a magnifying glass. I don't see why. But one of them actually hit a 9.8. And that really, really, really made me happy. But I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so we'll get bubble wrap out the way. We have paperwork. I don't want to see it. I don't think it says the grades, but I don't want to look. More bubble wrap. What do we have? No, we've got some rejects. All right, I don't know what they are. Put them on the side. We'll find that out later. And I'm just going to feel 1, okay, 2, 3, 4. Shoot, I got 2 rejects. All right, time out. I'm going to pause this, go into the other room, and have her do the work. Hang on. Okay, so she put them in, and she actually taped the tops, so this way I can't look in. Like, look, seriously, if I wanted to see it, I could have just went online. She said, I don't trust you. Also, she says that she put the books in upside down because she knows at the top of it you can read it, and she didn't want me to read it, but I have to remember that when I'm pulling the bag off to hold it the right way and orient it the right direction. So I still didn't open the rejects. It's still here. So let's get into this. Adding 4 slabs. All right, so best case scenario for value-wise, I would say that the 2 Spider-Man books, the J. Scott Campbell and the Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man number 1 cover A, for both of those to be the rejects. And for all the Beneath the Trees to be 9.8s. But yeah, Ultimate Spider-Man #1 is actually starting to drop a little in value, and cover A of Beneath the Trees is continuing to go up. So, realistically, I think that, like I said, the 1 in 25 Virgin variant, I think that's going to fail. I bought that one off the eBay. The other 5 I got in the store, so I was able to check them right from day one. What do I think? I'll say that probably one of the Beneath the Trees cover A's fail. So, what I want, what I want is all 6. But let's get right into this. So we've got again. Let's move this slightly out of the way. You guys could still hear me. I'm gonna pull the tape. There we go. I think I'm holding this the right direction, because otherwise I'm gonna be looking at the book and you're not. So, here we go. First book out of 4, and we have not the one I wanted to see. I mean, I wanted to see it, but I didn't want to. That means that something higher value has failed. But I got a J. Scott Campbell 9.8. I mean, this was a pre-ordered book, so I got this at cover price. It's fine. $5.99. I think this is going for like 80 now, so 90 maybe. No, like probably more like 70, 80. So, I mean, definitely worth having it slabbed. Really does look great, but it's one of the most common ordered ones because everybody liked this cover. Not what I wanted to see. All right, I can still hit 3 out of 4 of the Beneath the Trees, right? Theoretically. So let's hope for 2 Beneath the Trees and 1 Virgin. If I'm gonna hope, man, I'm gonna hope for the hardest ones to get, right? All right, so I'm gonna open the tape. Tape is on that side. Okay. Got the book. Beneath the Trees, Beneath the Trees, Beneath the Trees, Beneath the Trees. Ah! Oh no! Oh no! Ultimate Spider-Man #1, cover A, which is it's a great book to have, and a 9.8, absolutely. But again, if you're gonna wish for expensive books, you're gonna wish for the ones that are higher value, right? Yeah. And I did make sure all these books were pressed before I sent them in. All right, so I've got 2 books left. I've got 3 cover A's of Beneath the Trees and 1 in 25 Virgin variant. I have pretty much 2 of the cover A's. No matter what, I know I have at least 1 of the cover A in the 9.8 and 1 rejected one as a cover A. Just by math. Okay, so get this ready. Reach in. We get the Virgin or the cover A. And it's the cover A. Okay, because it says Beneath the Trees. It doesn't say Virgin. All right, so hey, we did got one. Thank you for joining us here at the Proper Grammar channel. We did get one. 9.8 Beneath the Trees, where nobody sees. So, looks like it's slightly off center in the holder, which I hate when they do that. A little tap and it's back in the center. I gotta love it. And then the last one is probably gonna be another cover A. Then we got to open up the rejects and see what it was that it got rejected. I mean, they don't tell you. There's no notes. Okay, so that went this way. That goes this way. And we have our Beneath the Trees. Oh, whoa. We got the Virgin. Hello. Oh, yes. Oh. Beneath the Trees where nobody sees. Yes. IDW 1023 Virgin Edition 9.8 white page. Oh, awesome. There's a wall book. Cool. Yeah, I think I looked on the census when I first sent this in. It was like 20 copies as a 9.8. So it's a pretty tough book to get. The stores had to order 25 of them. to just have the right to buy one. All right, so we know we got two copies of cover A in here. Now, did I overlook something? Did they falsely manifest something, or did they damage the books? Inquiring minds want to know. I also want to know why I can't seem to open up a... Wow, they doubled that. There we go. Always close your razor blade. Okay. Now, I'm not going to pull them out of the bags and do a full scan. You know what I probably should have done was given them new bags, because they probably got really jealous when I sent them in and they still had the $3.99 price sticker on them. Corner, edge, that's part of the artwork. That looks identical. See, I have to make sure that is it color rub or is it part of the art. I see white. I'm like, I don't know. But if both books have white in exactly identical places, then it's actually printed there. I'm not seeing anything on the corners. Top edge. I think I might be resending these. Or, and I did what I didn't have the greatest look at my last show, and a lot of people came up and asked me if I had raws. Maybe I should keep these as raws. I mean, I'm absolutely going to sell them as near mint, because they are near mint. If anybody asks me why didn't I submit it, I'll say I sent them in for a pre-screening and they got rejected, but I don't see why. So I'll be honest with it, but I mean, all you have to do is just watch his channel to know, oh, he's got 2 rejected 9.8s. All right, so I have to find out why. I don't see anything specifically on it. They were the first 2 books into submission, too. 439, 6266, 01, and 02. I guess that means that was 03. That's a piece of drop cardboard. Yep, and that's 04. Yeah. All right. So, 4 out of 6, 66%. Not the greatest, but I hit the big book in the submission, which is the Virgin variant. I only see a couple on eBay, and different people are asking different prices, but I think the last one sold. Let me pause and look that up real quick. Okay, so the last sale of a 9.8 was $265, I believe. $285, and they had gone for as much as $400, but it looks like they've calmed down a little bit. And there's only one 9.8 for sale on eBay. It's $3.99, and there is one signed 9.8, which according to them, that's the only one on the census. And that one they're asking $7.99. So they can ask whatever they want. It's the only one. So raws go for anywhere between 100 to 160. So the raws cost more than the cover A's, and the 9.8s cost more than the cover A's. So in the grand scheme of things, I'm glad I got the 1 to 25 Virgin variant as a 9.8 instead of the cover A. Ideally, I'd trade the 2 Spider-Man books for 2 more copies of the cover A's, but we'll see what happens. I probably will keep them as raws and keep them for my next show, because I'm getting a good selection of raws that I could put up to better serve the customers. But anyway, if you think that I did good, if you think that I didn't do great, I mean, 66% in my opinion is not a great ratio, but considering that I paid pretty much cover price on all these books, except the 1 in 25, which I paid $13 for, I think I'm in really good shape here. Let me know if you guys put anything into CGC recently, if you have books that are there for pre-screen or just regular submissions. Love to hear it in the comments. And what are your feelings on CGC purchasing a company that does authentication of signatures? Is this going to be the swan song of CBCS? I mean, they've had years to get their crap together, and they didn't do it. And if you know this channel, you know that I have been a supporter for years of CBCS and it's not because I like them more than CGC. I just want fair competition. I don't want a monopoly. You get 2 great companies, then you have competition for accuracy, pricing, and everything else. If you only have one, they can charge whatever they want, have whatever lead time, and people are stuck paying it and waiting. So I want competition. Anyway, guys, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for joining. Stick around for future videos. Please remember on Saturday, I have the final order cutoff Books of Interest. That'll be airing at 12 noon Eastern Standard. I'm going to record that right after this and queue it up. This video will be going to YouTube members tonight, Thursday, and for regular YouTube members, Friday. So if you want to get a chance to see these videos in advance, make sure that you join us on YouTube as a YouTube member, or if you want, even on Patreon/Team Ohana, which it's only $3 a month. It just kind of helps with the cost of shipping every single week when we have our giveaway books during Free Comic Book Day. See, I got my little segues here going for everything. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for joining. Like, subscribe, click notifications, and drop a comment down below. Share it with your friends, and I will see you in the next video. Until I do, mahalo.